Should I sell my home in Palm Beach County or should I rent it out? So I want to tell you guys a story today. Let me preface the story by saying this. I am not a tax advisor. Any kind of tax advice that you would need, you need to speak to your own CPA, as I spoke to mine. So here's the story. Candace and I had been living in our house in Fort Lauderdale for a number of years, 7 years I think, before we built our house up here in Jupiter. So once we moved up to the Jupiter house, our plan was just to rent out the Fort Lauderdale house. So I called up my CPA and I told him, hey, we're gonna rent the house out. What do I need to do from a tax perspective? And he said, well, hold on. You guys have lived in that house for more than 2 of the last 5 years. It is your owner occupied, you filed homestead on it. He said, if you sell that house, because the 2 of you are married, you will get a $500,000 exemption on that gain. It would have been $250,000 if I was single. And I said, oh. And he said, yeah, the ideal for you is going to be to sell that house, take your gains, with the profits, open up an LLC so you can start taking different tax benefits over there and get that out of your own name. The reason that I passed this story along is because I would have ended up costing myself a whole lot of money if I had just rented that house and in year 3 or year 4 decided that I wanted to sell it, and I ended up getting hit with capital gains that I could have avoided if I had sold the property at the right time and used the proceeds to do something else. Now again, this is my situation. This may not be yours. You do need to speak to a CPA or your tax advisor, but I almost made a really big mistake that would have, made us pay taxes on a whole lot of money that we ended up minimizing. The tax on our gain was over $500,000, so we ended up minimizing a lot of taxes. So I would encourage you, if you upsize, you go from a condo or a townhouse into a single family home, and you're thinking, oh, well, this is easy. We're just gonna hold this property. We're just gonna rent it out. Before you do that, get some tax advice, because it may be a better idea to sell that property and move the gains up to something else. Just what was right for me may be right for you. So that's my story for today, guys. Thanks for listening. Give me a call, 786-443-7203, or send me a text message. You can email me, caseyprindle@gmail.com, or check out my website, homesaroundjupiterfl.com, and click the blog on top of the page to see some market statistics. That's what I got for you guys. We'll see you next time.